if the symptoms you have aren't here to stop you, but are here to guide you? What if that pain, the fatigue, or the illness that you've been fighting is inviting you to go a bit deeper into healing, deeper into truth, and deeper into alignment with your soul self? My name is Dr. Jessica. I'm a naturopathic doctor, an acupuncturist, and a health coach, and I help people realign their health and wellness journey by connecting body, mind, and spirit. And let's reframe illness not as an enemy, but as a teacher. It's often an initiation into a deeper relationship with yourself. So in our culture, in our Western society, we often think of pain or illness as a weakness. They are problems to be solved, right? You have a headache, you take a pill. You have fatigue, maybe you take more adaptogens or drink more coffee. But what if it's that your body's actually trying to send you a signal? It's really your body saying something is out of alignment and please pay attention. And I found clinically, the longer we kind of ignore these things, the bigger and louder and worse these symptoms become. Now, of course, I am not saying that everything is in your head. This is why I always advocate to work with your doctor. Make sure you're worked up for any red flags or for any conditions that you may need to treat. But what I'm saying is that there often is a connection between these symptoms showing up and you needing to go deeper into another path or deeper into your healing, deeper into your knowing yourself a little bit more. A great example I can give is I've had a patient who was having a lot of digestive issues, and we literally did every test in the book. We worked up everything from a physical standpoint. We were looking at something like IBS, so irritable bowel syndrome, not irritable bowel disease, but IBS, which is a common GI complaint that a lot of people have, and we call it idiopathic because we don't know what causes it. So in her case, months and months of workup, changed her diet, changed her lifestyle, no relief. So we started to look at it from more of a somatic or more of emotional standpoint. We started to dig a little bit deeper, and every time these gut issues flared, she noticed that she was either having a stressful time with her family or a stressful time at work. Also, she was really putting a lot of stress on herself. And it was usually during those times she was abandoning her own needs, like kind of going against what her body really needed her to do, which was rest. And we got to a point where we were kind of saying, like, her body was literally saying, I can't digest the life that we're living in this way anymore. In her case, we needed to not only make, those adjustments to her diet or in her lifestyle. For her, it was more about setting boundaries for self-care, boundaries in her personal life, boundaries with her family, and starting to implement more things that actually gave her joy. And as we did that, lo and behold, the IBS symptoms went away. So for her, this is what I mean by illustrating, is that the symptoms were not, yes, they were present physically, and yes, they were a problem, but they were really messages from her body or messages from her higher self, her emotional self, saying like, hey, I'm not happy. I need to be fulfilled in more ways. I need you to address these things. And for her, that was a doorway into more self-realization, more alignment with her soul self, finding more joy in her everyday life. And had she not had those abdominal symptoms, maybe she wouldn't have found it, or maybe, eventually she would have gotten there another way. But it was, for me as a clinician, kind of classic case of the physical problem being rooted somewhere else, in another layer, an emotional layer, and a spiritual layer. And I find that the body often tries to yell and scream to get you to realize these things. So how do you figure out if that's what's going on for you? Well, obviously, once again, you're working with your practitioner, with your doctor to, of course, make sure that you're safe, that physically, you're doing everything you can to work up and relieve the problem. But then you need to start to ask yourself, where am I feeling this? What am I feeling? When am I feeling it? Start to look for, are there emotional triggers? Are there stressful triggers? What things set it off? What things cause a flare? And you need to look outside of just the physical causes. A good question to ask, if this symptom had a voice, what would it say? Of course, tracking the timing of those symptoms as well, all can be useful and helping to figure out what is that deeper cause, or what is really going on here? What is the body asking of me? And then to further tease that out, using tools like mindfulness tools, such as meditation or journaling, or even breath work to feel where things are stuck, feel where emotions may be trapped, and then to find ways to express those and to release that from the body. I find that when we approach, these symptoms out of a bit more curiosity by using these techniques, rather than just the fear of, oh my God, what is wrong with me, we start to get more messages and we start to take the step to becoming a little bit more aligned. If you have been battling, symptoms like this that seem to have no explainable cause, and I just invite you to have some curiosity about it and consider asking, what is your body trying to tell you? What's the deeper meaning here? What are you missing? If you feel like you need some help with this, you can click on the link down in the description box to learn how to work with me. This is something that I often help on a more energetic side or more emotional side to help you figure out, again, mind, body, spirit healing. We are not, in my opinion, whole and healthy unless we're healthy in all these areas. And sometimes, our medicine just misses this extra component, the emotional component. We're getting better at the mental component, but sometimes there's also that spiritual component that needs to come in as well. So you can click on the link below. You can learn how to work with me. If you have any questions, as always, leave them down in the comments below. And otherwise, I'll see you in the next video. Bye.